Good morning, children. So already our first part, that is the giant, old giant. So the giant and old giant also both are in the same character, same person, but different characters. Is old giant was the kind-hearted one. The giant was the selfish one. Okay, ma? Today I am going to take the selfish giant second part. So, what are the changes we are going to understand? What is the first part and what is the second part? Old Jane. One morning, I was lying awake to bed when I heard some lovely music. Old Jane, when he was sleeping, he heard the lovely music. It sounded so sweet that I thought it must be the king's musicians passing by. What did you think, ma? Passing musician. Who are the musician? King's musicians may be going on the way. The type of the sound old giant heard. Then, but it was really only a little linnet bird, but not the king's musician, only a little bird. That is a little bird singing sweetly. So how beautiful the little bird was singing. But when he thought that was the king's musicians are going, but not that one, little bird singing outside my window. But old Digit was not sleeping, he was lying and taking the rest. Then it was so long since I had heard a bird sing in my garden that it seemed to me to be most beautiful music in the world. For a long back, I heard the type of the music, but really I felt so happy. What old giant was saying, this is the most beautiful song in the world. What a lovely answer he was giving, because old giant loves liked his own garden, but he didn't hear long back, he didn't hear the type of the sound. Then the giant, now the giant came, the same character on, again turned to the giant. The hail has stopped dancing over my head, and the north wind has ceased his roaring. Here the giant was thinking about the hail. Hail, why hail not coming? Why the north wind stopped? Ceased means stop. No wind was there. Why? He was thinking. So why it was not coming? Still we are in the winter. Why like that? A delicious smell is coming from the window. I believe the spring has come at last. First one, what did you say, ma? Why hail not coming? Why north wind stopped? Suddenly it get the beautiful smell. Oh, spring has come. Like that, by smelling, it found there was a spring. Then the giant jumps out of bed and looks out. Through a little hole in the wall, the children have crept in and are sitting in the branches of the tree. Whenever he smelled, he looked through the hole. What happened? What did he find? He found all the children sat on the branches of the trees. They were creeping, creep present tense, creep present tense, crept past tense. They were creeping. The giant, not old giant saw. The giant saw children are creeping and sat on the branches of the trees. But here again old giant. In every tree I could see a little child. The trees were so glad to have the children back again that they had coveted themselves with the blossom. They were waving is moving like this. They were waving their arm gently above the children's head. The birds were flying about and twittering with delight. Twittering means making high sound. Now The garden was full of happy. All the blossoms are flowers, all the birds are singing, everything. The children also feeling so happy. They were enjoying. Who's a old giant? My garden was full of the beauty. Beauty is there. I saw my garden was a beauty. Really, I felt so happy like that. Old giant was saying, and the flowers looking up through the green grass and laughing. The flowers also laughing. The north wind also laughing. The hail also laughing. Children also happily they were climbing the trees. Now it looks so beauty. Then lovely, only in one corner it was still winter. Only full place was spring has come, but only in the corner, in one place, there was still winter. It was the farthest corner of the garden. Farthest. Farthest means very far. Far. Farther compared to farthest superlative. It was the farthest to the garden. It was so far. Then corner of the garden, and it was standing a little boy. One little boy was running far from the garden, but remaining children are climbing the tree and sat on the branches of the tree. But one boy was only standing very far. The poor tree was still quiet. Then a little boy, he was so small that he could not reach up to the branches of the tree, and he was wandering all round it, crying bitterly. The poor tree was still quiet, covered with the frost and snow. Still the trees are covering with the frost and the snow, and the north wind was blowing, roaring. North wind also entered, hail also entered, and snow and frost also covered full of the trees. Then climb up, little boy, said the tree. The tree was asking the boy, come, all children climb, no? You also come and climb, like the tree asking. And it bent. The tree is bending. Bend present tense, bent past tense. The tree is bending like this because the boy was so small. So it bent and it branches down as low as it could, but the little boy was too tiny. Though the tree was bending, the little boy unable to catch, unable to climb the tree. So what the giant was doing here, it was then that my heart melted. The giant heart was melted. Really, those who are cruel, once they will be changing. Their hearts will be changed. So here also the giant heart was melted. Melted means so it will, the ice when you keep it out, it will be melting like that. The heart also melted. Then what the giant was doing? The giant, how selfish I have been. He was realizing how selfish I was, how cruel I am. Like that, the giant was realizing how selfish I have been. Now I know why the spring would not come. See, why in all the garden spring has come, no? Why in my garden the spring didn't come? Oh, that is my mistake. I didn't allow them. I was very cruel, no? That's what I didn't get any result. Like that, the giant was realizing. That realization everyone should need. Okay, ma? So he understood his mistake. Yes, I done mistake. Then I will put the little boy on the top of the tree, and there I will knock down the wall, and my garden shall be the children's playground forever and ever. First time, the first part, what did we think, ma? The giant was very selfish one, very cruel one. No children are allowed to play in the garden. Now in the second part, the giant was saying,